obviously, before I officially introduce him, he's the one that's going to be our analyst this evening, will help us talk into this. Meanwhile, let's look at Omoyele Sowore. Now, Omoyele Sowore, in a very recent interview with Laolu Akonde, a former spokesperson, he said that it was the Muslim ticket that gave Peter Obi the kind of attention that he garnered in 2023. Nigerians now said, Omoyele Sowore, Ogini, waiting Peter Obi do you? That, like, waiting be your problem. What is the issue? Did you see him in your dream? Okay, so why is it that opposition are not working together to ensure that they have a collective voice? They all speak in the same tone. Why are you speaking against those who you are supposed to work with to be a strong opposition against the government in power? So it almost feels like maybe you're sabotaging yourselves in opposition. Omoyele Sowore was asked the question anyway, and it's not like he brought up the conversation himself. Laolu Akonde was one that asked him about the Labour Party and what the situation in the Labour Party, what it portends, the political future for Peter Obi being in that party. And that was what led to Omoyele Sowore's response. Okay, so let's listen to Omoyele Sowore's response to Laolu Akonde on what he thought was basically what induced the support base that Peter Obi got in the 2023 general elections.
Was this? There was this whole debate around the Muslim ticket. So the Christians said, okay, you want to Islamize Nigeria, we want to Christianize too. And who was the best person available to them? Peter Obi. That's what happened. But in terms of opposition, I don't know why anybody calls Peter Obi opposition. Peter Obi is not opposed to anything that the government is doing. Peter Obi did not even organize his supporters to fight for his own election victory, he claimed. He did not fight when they increased fuel price. He has never done anything that opposition people do. Even these terrible people that are in government now, no matter what you say of them, they used to protest. Buhari protested with his deputy, and the tear man, and he died after that. Tinubu, they organized several protests.
Exactly, all the way
they were using Amechi them. People have forgotten. Nasiru used to go to DSS, they were arresting him, they release him again, he would talk. So you say you are opposition. Do what the opposition do now, you can't do. And the only thing you can say is that, oh, there was no need for a protest in 2012. Where are the people? Are they dead? If the people in 2012 are dead or have sold out, what happens to you with 6 million voters? Put them on the street. Even if you can't put 6 million people on the street, put 60,000 people on the street in this Abuja and see how the government would take you serious.
Interesting.
But you are the one. You and your supporters are the ones who are pouring cold water on even any protests. Because you don't want the country to change. You want it to be replaced. You want the Tinubu group to either be replaced by your own group or for Tinubu to assimilate some of. Because look at all the Labour Party people in the National Assembly. They are not decamping back to where they are coming from. They are decamping to APC.
So shameful.
And this is the point we're making, that these guys are not real. In 2023, they were not real. In 2027, they're not real. And I'll say one last thing about them. I think the Tinubu regime enjoys their type of opposition. So you see that any time they seem to be phasing out, they will throw red meat at them because they know that it's the kind of opposition that doesn't pose any threat. These guys are never going to get upset to the point that they will turn Nigeria to Mozambique. Where somebody stole the election and the person who gave the election and the one who stole have not rested. So even countries like Uganda, Bobby Wine now, they are giving hell to the people, the dictators. So you have them here. You say you're opposition leader that is all attending.
Because of our time,
All right, that was Omoyele Sowore right there speaking. And, we're going to respond to that in the course of the conversation. Now, let's look at the debacle in Rivers State. For example, Hiriwa is condemning what they call a less civilian coup in Rivers. They're upholding and urging for upholding rule of law. I'm sure you heard yesterday during the solemnization of Chief Edwin Clark. Governor Sim Fuber, the suspended governor of Rivers State, had a lot to say about his supporters, and I would play what he said I will also play what Wike responded to this morning. According to Barrister Tunji Abdulhamid, he doesn't want to be talking about anything concerning Wike because it's a deliberate distraction. But let's look at some of the things he's saying and what Fubara is saying. The way Fubara sounded, Fubara said he doesn't want to have anything. He doesn't even want to go back there. That he seems to be better. He's looking good. He feels good. So that's what he claimed, that he doesn't want to go back there, right? But then you now heard what Wike said, that the governor came to meet him to beg with 2 APC governors, not even PDP governors, and that he said, what is the process of coming to beg? There is a process, there are protocols. It's not just you coming to apologize. I'm also seeking peace, but there are things you have to do, and that it is not about money, as a lot of Nigerians were saying at the time, but there are steps to take. So, if Fubara is saying that he doesn't want to be there, or do we even know he wants to go back? How come you were taken by 2 APC governors to beg Nyesom Wike if you were not interested in going back? And then you tell your supporters not to do anything you didn't send them to do because he knows where the shoe pinches. In other words, the governor is like, you guys, I no send you a message, no do. Nigerians have called out to say, Governor Sim Fubara is now understanding how politics works, that he's not listening to certain persons who were obviously envious of the position he occupies. Well, let's just take a listen to him.
God gave to you, my bishop, but in this particular event is a message to talk about Paklak. Because the way you hammered it, when they live here, that is not the way to be presented. It will be similar if Fubara has gathered his supporters to make statements against the minister and the president. That is not what I need now. What I need now, even some of you, have you asked yourself, do you think I am even interested in going back there? I want to ask you. Don't you see how better I look? Do you think I'm interested in it? If I have my way, I say it's here. This is an author of God. I don't wish going back there. My spirit has left that place long ago. So all this, I want everybody to focus. Please. It's not everything you do. You think there's some fight you don't fight. There's some things you don't do because you need to ask the person. Does he want it? I have peace. If you have known me, you've been seeing me, you can say I look better now. In as much as we have things that we need to do for our state, we know people have made sacrifice for us, and we, one way or the other, have to stand by them. Does not mean that we should start firing without any targets. We need to be focused. Our evening here is about Paklak. It's not Oshobe, it's Fubara, Oshobe, same place. I want that. And like I said, it's about Paklak. Every other thing that is said here, every other admonition by whoever is your personal view. It does not speak or does not present the purpose of this evening. I mean it, and I want you to quote me anywhere. We're here talking about the life of a man who lived a life of sacrifice. Amongst you, the women here, do you have forgiving spirit? Your hearts are bitter.
All right, that was Governor Sim Fubara, suspended Governor Sim Fubara speaking there. Meanwhile, in response, however, Nyesom Wike organized a press interview or a media chat with some select journalists in response to the whole begging of the suspended governor to his residence and the process, the politics at play. So let's listen to Nyesom Wike there.
Severally. No peace. I'm coming. I said the president has called for peace severally. And I cannot sit down and one president has called for peace. He said don't want peace. Yes, he came. He came with 2 governors. and one other person. Unfortunately, the two governors are APC governors, unfortunately. So I will not pursue him. And he said, he wants peace. Fine. I want peace. Right?
Have you forgiven him?
You see, that's the problem people have. A man came. There are steps. You see, I don't understand how a man came. You know, people would think that this thing is just, just say to her, I want peace. Then you go, and peace has come. What that means that there's an open door, an open window for you. Take the necessary steps to show really you want peace. Indeed, this is a self-inflicted injury. Does he need it? When this thing started, I called him. Sheyi Makinde was there. Oton was there. Ibazu was there. Ubayi was there. And we were scouting. We started that look. This thing is not good for you. God has given you this thing. Why not humbly? And don't allow people to push you. They are telling you to act, you're a governor. We know. Nobody is taking it away. You're a governor. But also mind you, that people labored day and night. And all I have said, don't abandon people who have labored, who have toiled day and night. They say, oh, we can trying to control, demand money, this and that. I'm sure all of you were of that opinion. There's nothing, they have a television called Arise, who just, without even facts, they are not for it. They push him and push him. Governors can push him. And where are they now? I think these governors are enjoying their own. Is it not? You don't need to have been to that kind of problem. This was a young man. I said, look, go this way, you will not have problems. People came, don't marry him, don't marry him. Assert yourself as governor. You are asserted now. Trouble has come. People push you. Look, they declare state of emergency. Who wears the shoe knows where it pitches him. Who will suffer? Okay, assuming now you don't settle this problem and the state of emergency is called off, has the problem ended? Has it ended? No. One, assembly will still be same as they have been. So the council will still be there. They will not pass their budget. You didn't get money for the federal allocation.
So when he came for the meeting, did you give him a time for peace?
I cannot. He came with people for the first time.
Yeah, did you agree or follow up?
I will not say follow up now. Why do you talk like that? You came and say it's good. Now, what does it mean? Having done that, you take the necessary steps. That's
Let's talk about.
You talk as if you are not. Is anybody who's not
evening.
In fact, I've been listening to the topic this evening. When I said they carry weight. Eh? I was thinking I would come here one day and hear good news.
So it's not good news?
None of them,
Chai.
None of them. In fact, as I was listening to Wike, my head was spinning. Seriously.
Okay.
The arrogance, the impunity. In fact, I couldn't contain it. The question I asked myself is it what democracy has become under APC? Eh? It's so sad, seriously, very, very sad. I never thought this thing could go this bad. But like start hearing this people. Look at it this way, Esther. When said somebody came for peace, and the people with him were asking him, did you accept the peace? He was just talking. I can't even get. I don't know the direction he was just talking from. Eh? Yeah. They asked him, did you accept? He said, you're talking as if from here you jump to one other thing. You can't do the needful this. So Wike is now deciding how peace will come to Rivers State on his own. Eh? That the governor should not forget those who help him and other people work day and night. All sorts of rubbish. Esther, it is so, you see, this is why people turn bad. When you begin to treat them as if they are nothing, they will do everything to assert themselves. Unfortunately, Fubara has already chickened out. Look at it this way. How did this problem started? That Wike doesn't want to tell the whole world. Eh? You remember when he said that the president made several peace moves and all that, and I said it is a lie. He never did anything. The president never did anything that I know of, and I challenge anybody to tell me otherwise. When they went to Abuja and the 8-point agenda was raised, Fubara got home, started implementing some of them. Meanwhile, these people have already gone to court against him. Eh? They are the one who took him to court. But Fubara made a very legal mistake by going to withdraw a matter that is just a defendant. Eh? And not the it is the complainant who withdraws a case. But Fubara went to court and withdrew the matter because he entered his defense. Esther, is that not enough goodwill? Meanwhile, the people that are supposed to even show goodwill, they didn't withdraw their own. And during the Supreme Court judgment, they used it against Fubara. Esther, is that not deceit? Okay, the Supreme Court now gave a judgment to Nigerians. Listen, because I don't know how you people are not listening to this this other side of the story. When the Supreme Court gave judgment, Fubara, without any delay, after he got the CTC, he started implementing what the Supreme Court said. Everybody saw it. Eh? He wrote a letter telling the National Assembly member that defected, look, these are the points of discussion. Come, let us have a meeting and discuss these issues. Your salary that was withheld, your place of business that was pulled down, your whatever, every other thing. The man listed what they are going to. Did they answer him? No, they didn't. He on his own went to that time where those people are sitting, those defected lawmakers. He went to them to present the budget. After they locked the gate against him. The man was there for several hours. They didn't allow him to enter. And I didn't see anybody in Abuja calling those lawmakers. This man is here. Why not allow him now? He came to present. Is that not what the Supreme Court said? None of them. Both Wike and Tinubu, they never said anything. They didn't see all those ones. Now, they are telling you that they made several peace moves. Where is the peace? Meanwhile, they are working towards a state of emergency against the man. So where did the Fubara go wrong in this matter? Wike did not tell us. Wike did not tell us. Because they are working towards state of emergency. That is why they never allowed Fubara to implement what the Supreme Court said. The man was never stubborn about it. Rather, his people, the state lawmakers,
the 27 defected, supposed defected lawmakers,
who refused every peace move Fubara. Nobody talking to them. Nobody. Even during the declaration of a state of emergency, Tinubu never mentioned anything they did wrong. He never. It was Fubara. Everything was all on Fubara. All the effort this man made for peace, nobody is seeing it. Is that not deceit? Please, Nigerians, is that not deceit? It's unfortunate nobody talking for Fubara. It's on every time he call press conference and people will listen to him. Why can't somebody come and ask both
people are talking for him now? For example, Hira just wrote and said what is going on in Rivers is a civilian coup, and Q Briggs has been standing firm for Governor Sim Fubara. But you can see now, some people feel that what Fubara did is he was just being political. It's a political strategy. That because if he had realized that maybe those who were pushing him, when it came to supporting him and preventing what happened, their whims and caprices did not work, or their influence did not work. So he now needs to kowtow to the president, and yes, he can achieve whatever he needs to achieve.
Now, let me tell you, nobody was pushing Fubara.
Are you sure?
Nobody.
So why that statement he made yesterday?
Yes, you know, when you want to hang a dog, you give it a bad name. Fubara acted properly under the law.
Are you sure?
Hold on, I'm coming. As the governor of a state,
with the demolition of the House of
Representatives, who told you he was the one that did it? Hold on, don't go there.
Is that not what the president said?
What they said is not enough. What they have been doing, who has been accusing them? What are you saying? All these problems that are in opposition, who created them? Why are you not calling him out? And those supporting him, don't say what you don't know. If they call you now, are you sure Fubara did it? That was when they said one Mbeke was talking to somebody, and another person have come to tell you what Mbeke said with Is that not true? Somebody have come now to tell you how Mbeke was giving him money to do whatever against Natasha. Is that not true? So what you are not sure, don't say it. Don't say it. Now let me ask you, how can you be a governor and the outgoing governor will now appoint almost all the commissioners for you? The commissioner that work with him now will work with you, and you cannot do sign a contract more than 5 million and all that. We can say you give me. Why can't you be specific in Wike? You are not telling the truth to hear. Everything you are blaming Fubara. If you are the one, will you accept it? Esther, you know of governors who went to the shrine the person they took up, that they handed over to come and swear allegiance. It happened in Abure between between T.A. Oji and Carlo Oji. They went to Eketenshi shrine. You know what is Eketenshi? You know Eketenshi. That was where they went to go and swear that shrine without T.A. Oji, naked. After the swearing of the oath and all that, what happened? Did the T.A. Oji follow it? Did he follow those shrine? You know what happened at Anambra and Okija shrine? Did my dear, leave that thing. So all this is talking about what kind of stupid look, any agreement that you have induced somebody that is against natural norm or natural law, repugnant to just you cannot effect it in court. If they ask Wike, come, that agreement to you people, is it enforceable? Can you take that agreement to court? This same agreement anybody talking agreement is agreement. What kind of agreement? Any agreement that is tainted with evil motive cannot stand in court. That's why Wike have not gone to court that he has an agreement with Fubara. I challenge him to go to court now. Is that not where you decide any agreement that has gone foul? Let them go to court and let me see which court will listen to him. What agreement is that? So everybody that works with you when you are contesting to God, you must now embrace them, give them appointment. And I don't understand. By the way, did Fubara beg you to make him governor? Since you are the one that gives the governorship to everybody that wants it, Did he beg you? Did he beg you? As to say he begged me or he pleaded or you did it for your own selfish interest. You saw Fubara as a weak link. Somebody who will not challenge you, somebody who will not betray. That was what you did. That's why you choose him. You didn't do him any favor now. You did it so that you put somebody there that you can manipulate, just like other people are doing in other states. That's why you did it. People think that they are very clever. They are not clever. They are not even intelligent at all. So when you tell me that you help Fubara, you help him to do what? Is it your property? Governorship of Rivers State, is it Wike's property? As to say, yes, I am giving it to you. It's my property. I want to give it to you. Is it his property? No, tell me. So when people are talking like this, I don't like to hear them. What can one man be playing on our intelligence here every time you be talking? Just because this man is a gentleman. The same thing they are doing to P2B. They know what they are doing.
So, but the way they say that Nigerian politics has no room for gentility. Okay, for example, let's as has been deterring of our politics, and so they feel that if you decide or if you seem to be quiet or you have this meek disposition, that you don't have any spine to delve into Nigerian politics. Let's look at the opposition. It's another thing because there's something vital I want to talk about. Today is May 12th. This marks a commemoration of late Deborah Samuel that was killed in the north. According to them, they said it was for blasphemy, and one of the persons who was directly with Deborah Samuel, the last words she said and what truly transpired has been able to speak up as to what led to her death. We'll talk about the next thing we're going to speak on. But by totality, let's look at Omoyele Sowore. You would have expected that all opposition voices should speak together, right? So there was a very recent interview that he had with Laulu Akande. You know, Laulu Akande was a former spokesperson, and he asked about the situation in the Labour Party, which of course you've heard the faction of Julius Abure calling on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to come and help intervene in the matter, because Alex Oti asked that the Inspector General should arrest Julius Abure because he is impersonating based on what the Supreme Court ruling has said. So, well, after that situation, it happens to be that Omoyele Sowore is speaking against the opposition, speaking against the government in power. So Nigerians are asking, where does he stand? So he said that the Labour Party wasn't real. The individuals in the Labour Party weren't real. That most of them have defected to the All Progressives Congress. And he said it was because of the Muslim ticket. That was what actually gave Peter Obi the attention. That at that time, the Christians were like, are you serious? Especially the northern Christians. So you guys want to Islamize this country. All right, fine. We're going to show support to our own Christian brother. You're not going to have it easy. And that was how Peter Obi got the attention he got. And he said that they're an easy prey for the ruling party. That is easy for the ruling party to rile them up. Sometimes when they are bored, they'll just throw red meat at them, and that the obedience will just latch onto it. And he made a joke of actually the movement and Peter Obi. I have never heard Peter Obi respond to this man anyways, or say anything to this man. The Honest Bunch podcast that Peter Obi was on, the next podcast, Omoyele Sowore went there and picked on Peter Obi as well. How would you react to this?
Esther, I have told you my mind about Sowore. He himself is the person that is not real. I said it here one time, and so
he's the one that is not real.
He's not real. He's a Tinubu boy. I'm saying it. In fact, this is not the first time I'm saying it. From all his antecedents, Omoyele Sowore is not real. I have told him, if you want to be real, if you want me to listen to you, go to Ondo State, your state, contest for local government chairmanship and win. Just local government, I'm not talking of governorship. Hold one political office, so that when you come and talk, I will know that yes, you have gotten some experience somewhere. This guy just took advantage that he's being supported by Tinubu, and then he's going all about to deceiving people that he's doing human rights activism. Esther, if somebody is not behind Sowore, for what he have done so far, he should have been in jail like Nnamdi Kanu. So why is he comparing himself with Peter Obi? On what ground? Peter Obi has been a two-time governor of Anambra. Sowore, have you been a local government chairman before? So why all this noise? Because you have a godfather somewhere. That was why he had the impunity and the arrogance to come to Lagos here, where they are holding I think one ceremony or so. and Sanwo-Olu, the governor of Lagos, was to be present in that event. This young man went to sit on the seat reserved for the governor of Lagos State, and when they told him, my friend, get out from that place now, that's the governor's the seat reserved to the governor, he said they should go and look for another seat for the governor and get. But
let me ask you,
hold on, somebody who does not have a backing, can he say that now and still be there? You mean he would not? You called the
what Omoyele Sowore is trying to say? It seems like I am the ideal candidate.
It's a lie.
Every other person, they are not real.
It's a lie.
But what Nigerians are saying that you complain that this government is terrible. You complain that this government is corrupt. You complain that this government is stifling and they don't know what they are doing. You've called this government a couple of derogatory names. Then the opposition, that is, you're supposed to call for the opposition to have a unique voice, but you seem to be fighting every other person you consider an opposition, and then you think that you are the special candidate because you have always organized protests.
Exactly.
So he's saying that Peter Obi and others like Atiku, they've never put their lives on the line for the people they claim they want to govern. That by organizing protests, calling out the government, that they are in support of what the government is doing because he has always led protests. Meanwhile, some Nigerians feel that he's making money out of this protest, although he has denied that on several interviews. He said that is not the truth.
Let me give
so if activism if his activism is for the interests of Nigerians, he's saying that how come they as opposition have not done what opposition is supposed to do beyond writing or tweeting and just talking, that the president himself, while he was in the opposition, organized a protest. So why are they not standing up for the people if they think that they are duly representing the interests of the people?
Let Sowore speak for himself. Let him leave other people and what they are doing. Let him show example.
Okay.
Right now, his party known in Nigeria? Where are the people behind him and his party? Have you ever heard that they did any national convention or something? I mean, that's his party. Have you ever heard when Sowore and some people, since he's talking for everybody in Nigeria, why are they not behind him? Why are they not queuing behind him? No, tell me. You remember when he ran to London here after a certain protest in Nigeria? He ran there to go and cool off. By the time they cleared the way for him, he now came back, and somebody stopped EFCC and DSS from arresting him at the airport. Is that not true? No, who cleared the way for him to come in? Who gave him that soft landing? Tell me. Every time he be insulting people anyhow. Well, why not be the opposition now? Let us see it. All the things he have been protesting, any result out of it? He will don't gather some riffraffs, some gullible Nigerians who don't know what he's doing, and he claim he's protesting. After putting their lives on the line, he will run to safety somewhere. Then when things are cool down, he will come back and claim he's protesting. Protesting for what? I said, nurture your political party, use it as a stepping stone to whatever you want to achieve. If you do all this thing you are doing, in the next 100 years, Sowore, you will not be president of Nigeria. I'm telling you that, and I told you what to do. If you don't want to do, then sit down and stop talking. How can you claim you want to do this, you want to do that? You just wake up and deceive Nigeria and that you are protesting. If any other person have done half of what Sowore has, he would have been in prison by now. From revolution now, calling for revolution in Nigeria. Is that not why Buhari detained him? And the Tinubu had to bring him out of prison without even allowing the matter to go through in court. Was it not Tinubu that saved him from that ordeal?
Yes, it
was. So what are you telling me now? Hold on. Let any other person try it. Let any other person try it, since he's not a Tinubu boy. Why do people want to deceive us again? Tinubu protested though. We saw him as an activist. What happened at the end of the day? No, what happened at the end of the day? Is he not in power now? What's going on? Please, the people should mind themselves. Everybody wants to catch cruise. They will just use P2B. Meanwhile, they are not even a match to P2B in any form. You were here when they brought out his school start result the other day, and we are showing it all over the place. I was expecting him to defend it. He couldn't talk. His school certificate, technically speaking, should have fed the school cert, and he's here making noise every time. Why can't you look at P2B's integrity, his achievement in Anambra? Why not talk about it? Why not talk? Every time you want to catch cruise, you just use P2B, insulting right, left, and center. If he's not protesting, you that he protesting, you bring results. Bring result to Showore. Bring result instead of insulting your elders.
Does politics have elders in it?
No.
Is there any elder whatever in politics?
Peter and the Showore, they are mates, Abi. They are mates.
No, but he's not responding. He's a contender. He's also a presidential aspirant. So he's speaking in that regard. But it's
unfortunate Peter doesn't have a spokesman. In fact,
how do you know Satanko has responded?
Hold on.
The obedient movement. Okay.
Hold on, they are not talking.
Barrister Darlington, you need to calm down.
Hold on.
Don't raise your BPO.
Hold on. My BP is low before. My doctor said I should raise it. If you want to patronize me, what are you saying? They are not talking. If they are talking enough, they won't have the audacity to be insulting this man.
What else you want them to say? Dr. Moses Paul responds.
I said they are not talking enough. They are not talking. Look, I would have been giving it to them bumper to bumper because I know their history. I know their antecedent. This first person, they are not reminding them. Esther, Abure came the other day. He insulted Peter Obi. He didn't do anything. He did that when you go to, he cannot solve the problem of Labour Party. And he want to rule Nigeria. Can you imagine? Who created the problem in Nigeria? Was it Peter Obi? Solve the problem you created. Don't push it to another person. The Akwa Ibom, where Abure claim he built world-class hospital, has he been to that hospital one day to access medical help there? Has he? All the things he claimed he did in Anambra, in Akwa Ibom, is it not because of the money that are accruing to him? Is it his father's money he used or his own money? Why do people talk like this? Let us check. Since Peter Obi left Anambra, Esther, has anybody called Peter Obi to come and account for his tenure in office? Abure ran to APC.
Barrister Darlington.
Hold on. Abure ran to APC because EFCC was hunting him. That's the man who performed wonder in Akwa Ibom.
You listed his wonders.
I said, why was EFCC after him? Or is that not a fact? When he worked at the NDDC, what happened? Was it not the Oga off your mic, off your mic? You don't know where it came from.
No.
So what are you telling? Since Peter Obi left Anambra, mention one place where Peter Obi was called to come and account for whatever he did in office. Is that not an achievement? No, it's not, Abi. You can imagine.
Professor Darlington, are you a card-carrying member of the Labour Party? Because the way you're vehemently supporting Mr. Peter Obi, one would think as if you were part of those that contributed for his campaign in 2023. Yes, sir.
Have I not been giving you? I think when somebody is talking, you should have basis for your speaking and all that.
Exactly.
Everything I've said about Peter Obi, whether in defense or against, have I not given you examples? So I don't like it when people, whether it is me or anybody, I don't like it. When you take advantage of somebody's gentility and integrity, you are insulting him. That is what I'm saying here. It's not about defending the Peter Obi.
Okay, but you say that he doesn't have correct spokesperson or he doesn't have spokesperson.
Yes, he doesn't.
Well, Satanko has responded, the leader of the obedient movement, the one who actually helps in coordinating the obedient movement representative. Let me just say, Satanko is an obedient movement representative. He has responded to the claim by what's his name, Omoyele Sowore, that Peter Obi does not oppose Tinubu's administration, and that it's not via protest you can make your whatever known, your challenge is known, your criticism known, without going aggressive like Omoyele Sowore is known to do. So, well, according to him, he says, for example, that if Peter Obi goes to the toilet, they talk about it.
Exactly.
If Peter Obi does anything, they talk about it. Exactly. So according to Satanko, he's a national coordinator of the obedient movement. He said, so the question we want to ask is this: when someone is not a worthy opposition, if you say Peter Obi is not a worthy opposition, like Akpabio said, like Sowore said, and a couple of others have said the same thing, why do you keep talking about him? Exactly. As we stand today in Nigerian politics, if they don't talk about Peter Obi, none of them gets traction. Someone wrote against him, Abure wrote against him, Sowore wrote against him. In fact, a lot of persons have been writing against him recently, which people are wondering, okay, is he the only opposition you see? So if you say he doesn't have the capacity, he doesn't have the tenacity, he doesn't have what it takes, the national emblem to rule this country, that's what he's asking. Why do you keep talking about him? That if they don't talk about him, they wouldn't gain traction. Felix Smoker recently too spoke about it. So he's criticizing regarding the recent comment made by Omoyele Sowore that even if Peter Obi goes to the toilet, it makes news. Even if Peter Obi decides to take a step, it makes news. So if he does not have any relevance within the polity, why must they always speak every nitty-gritty of anything he does and anything he says? Why are they worried if they think he's not a threat?
To tell you that Sowore indicted himself, is he not a Christian?
Yeah, he's a Christian.
Good.
I don't know.
Hold on.
I don't know.
He's a Christian.
I don't know if he's a Christian. There's this thing he always puts in his neck. I don't know that thing.
He's a Christian. Then let him answer Alhaji. Let me know. So now he's a Christian, Abi. Why didn't he attract the same attention that will be attracted before the Christian community? He should have done that. At least, yes, to show that yes, you too, you have a stronghold somewhere. The Christians recognize Peter Obi. Which people recognize you? Either Muslims or Christians. So you don't even belong anywhere.
Well, Barrister Darlington, I've been trying to reach across to Omoyele Sowore because I really want us to have an interview. I want to really speak on why he considers no other opposition relevant than himself. I want to understand what capabilities. I want him to reel out what he can do, what he thinks he's capable of, that he thinks others who are in the same opposition as him, they lack. Because I've never heard him speak in coherence or in one voice with any of the opposition members, either with Kwankwaso, either with Atiku Abubakar. I've never heard him speak in the same tone with them. So I want to know precisely what sets him apart and why he thinks that they are not credible enough to be considered persons who have the interests of Nigerians at heart other than himself. Could it be because of his mannerism to conduct protests, stand and represent people that he considers are being treated unjustly? He's actually at the forefront. If you consider his antecedents and events lately, if you remember the Raye lady, the core member, he went with the lady to confront the panel. All right. If you remember one DJ guy, all right, he followed anytime the guy is to appear in court, he followed the guy to court. So he has always been present in all of these instances. Maybe that's why he thinks he's really the person, the right or ideal candidate than the opposition.
That is publicity.
But is it necessary though to coordinate protest, to aggressively and speak against the government or act against the government for you to be considered a real opposition to the government of the day? I'm asking you.
No. The question now is, why is it that with all that Sowore have done, they have not jailed him?
Why would they jail him? What did he do?
Hold on. But if somebody do even a minor thing like a minor issue, the person will be put in jail perpetually. All the time he called for revolution now, was it not Buhari that put him in jail for treasonable felony? Is that not true? So why did Tinubu let him out of that place? Why did Tinubu allow him to go home? It did not even, the matter was not even hard. They let him go. They even gave him condition. Don't leave Abuja. Don't, all the bare condition. He violated all of them. And he's walking about to causing more problem. And you are telling me that somebody is not behind him. Then Obi should follow him. And be behaving like that. So that they will say, you see, Obi want to destroy Nigeria. He want to bring down the government. This and that. And the people that will support them, they are already at hand to tell you all the bad things Obi have done. Now that the man is doing himself in a very decent manner, they will not take him serious. Is there any issue, any policy of Buhari that, Tinubu that Obi have not commented on, Esther? Tell me, any policy that Obi have not commented upon, mention it. So it is when you start deceiving people, put them on the line to go and die for you. That's when you will now know that you are protesting. He that has been protesting since Adam and Eve, what has come out of his protest? If he's not using it for publicity stunt, what are the benefits of those protests? At the end of the day, nobody will arrest him. They will arrest those he set on the street to go and die for him. Is that what you call a leader? No, tell me, I have asked Sowore, where is that political appointment you have had for us to know your capacity? Everybody want to rule me, Abi. Everybody want to rule me. You want to be president of Nigeria.
All right, Barrister Darlington, let's
Want
look
to
at
be
the
president of
situation
Nigeria.
in this same Labour Party, as you're saying, while they are going through their issues, while Peter Obi seems to be the bone of contention. Arabambe has come out to say, oh, Peter Obi should have done this. Akpabio has come out to say, Peter Obi should have done this in the party. The Abure-led faction, now it's obvious that the Labour Party is factionalized. There's the Nadu Usman faction and the Abure-led faction. We're no longer hearing of Akpapa claiming the right to that chairmanship position. Abure is calling on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to come and help resolve the problem, the internal crisis in the Labour Party. And that because of the situation where Governor Alex Oti called the Inspector General of Police that Julius Abure needs to be arrested for impersonation based on the Supreme Court ruling whereby Julius Abure is no longer meant to parade himself as the chairman of the Labour Party. A national convention ought to be conducted and a new chairman emerges, even if they decide that anything that has to do with party whatever is the party's affair and the court has no jurisdiction over it unless there's a contest and the people are not comfortable. Then you present your evidence in court. But the factional lead national secretary, so there's a national secretary of the Abure faction, Umar Farouk, during a press briefing in Abuja, expressed concerns over Oti's recent call for Abure's arrest, an action he described as an overreach and a direct challenge to the party's authority. So he condemned it and called it despicable, and therefore accused Oti of orchestrating a series of threats, and then called on the president to come help them resolve the matter. So Nigerians now said, so it's obvious that indeed what is going on may have some semblance or attribute with an inducement of the current administration, despite the current administration distancing themselves from anything that is going on within the opposition political parties. How are you calling the president to come and help you resolve matter within your political party?
You know why?
Why?
Abure have seen that the end of his game is here, because INEC for dilly-dallying over the INEC chairmanship after the Supreme Court ruling means that eventually they are going to take a decision that will not be in favor of Abure, because as I stated here last week, the Supreme Court ruling is very clear.
But why is INEC delaying though?
I don't know. That's one thing I don't understand. Because
if the Supreme Court ruling is very clear, as you said, what is the delay?
Good. That is why he's calling Tinubu to come and help him. It's an indirect way of telling him, come and look, don't let me lose this, because if I lose it, it will not help your plan for 2027. It's an indirect way of telling him. And you can imagine what Tinubu will do when he comes in. You mean he will say anything that will be against Abure? You know the answer. The same thing he did in Rivers State when he came to make peace and then was siding one party. A party that should not even be in the picture. That's what he's trying to do here. Unfortunately, it will not work because P2B and other reasonable people, they are making alternative plans. That is it. When they leave Labour Party, let me see what whom Abure is going to present that will even challenge the P2B in any other party he goes. Look, Esther, don't deceive yourself. This thing they are doing now, it is making Nigerians to wake up. It is waking them up seriously. That is why I've been shouting here. If Nigerians make another mistake in 2020 for whatever reason, I don't know what I will do when I come here. I'm not joking.
What do you want to do?
You are laughing, Abi.
I
said I want to. I said don't worry
yourself. Will you
yourself.
force people to do what they don't want to do?
Don't worry yourself. If they make another mistake, with all this shouting that I've been telling them the truth.
What is the mistake they will make for voting their conscience?
Which is okay?
For voting their preferable candidate.
Esther,
or their candidate of preference.
Hold on. Since you are taking me there, Esther, when Adolf Hitler started his madness, some people were behind him. Most Germans were supporting him, saying, yes, he's a powerful man. Yes, let him go and teach the world that the Germans have a powerful man. He will teach the world the lesson. Yes, let's go there. We take over the world. This and that. They were boasting. Until when the chiefs were down. Esther, if you go to Germany today, you will not see anything that resembles Adolf Hitler. They obliterated his history from their memory. That is anything that had to do with Nazi. If you mention it in that, you are in trouble. They cleared out. Unfortunately, that man did not even have one single child before he died. So the generation and the family, they were wiped out from the history of Germany. The man who created him, Joseph Goebbels, he too wiped out his own family on his own. He sees boys, all of them boys, and he get them, all their names started with H, meaning Hitler. He killed all of them, killed his wife, and then killed himself. So that is what happens when you are doing evil. Esther, it bounce back. That is my concern here.
Okay, so I understand what you're saying now, Barrister Darlington. My question is, you said something that if Nigerians make another mistake, that you don't know what you do when you come back.
Yes.
I am asking you that what is the mistake you're permutating Nigerians will do for voting their preference, of preference?
Hold on, Esther.
Okay.
They have made the first mistake with the with the Buhari. Is that not true?
Okay.
Even his own party regretted Buhari's leadership for 8 years. Is that not true?
Okay.
They have made the same mistake in Tinubu's first term, and they have seen all the so-called strategy, all the so-called Mr. Know-all. They have seen it. Esther, you mean they will now make another mistake in 2027? No. Where will you put that one now? One of these politicians of Uyo, he said, if you deceive me the first time, I will call myself a fool or something like that. And that was K.O. Mbadiwe. That if you deceive me the second time, then it is proper foolishness. So, if they now, after seeing what they have never seen in their life, what they have never seen in their life as Nigerians, if they now make the same mistake in 2020, please, on where will you now put the blame? Do you mean they will come here to lament or come and you expect me to
Barrister,
come and be
if the person I'm thinking that you are suggesting is a mistake, is what you're referring to, so who is the person that will not be a mistake?
Somebody is there already.
Who is the person?
The person they are talking about. So
you're comparing.
Hold on. Obasanjo said it. Obasanjo said it. Obasanjo is a Yoruba man. And he's a tested in that. Why not ask Obasanjo? Why is he mentioning people to
Barrister Darlington. Barrister Darlington.
As a matter of fact,
is it to suffice to say now that you're imposing your own preference?
Hold on. It's not imposing. Hold on.
Okay.
They not have taken a fair share of this leadership. Is that not true?
Okay.
The Southwest have done that. The South have done that. Esther, if I said they should try an Igbo man from the Southeast, what is wrong there?
Should it be about ethnicity, about the capacity of the individual?
That's what we are saying now.
Exactly, but the capacity of the individual can come from anywhere, not necessarily where you're stipulating.
I said the one we have seen, we have tried and tested. We saw his handwork in Anambra.
Okay.
And we have said, let him come and replicate the same thing in Abuja.
Okay.
Is that campaign? Hold on, what am I saying here that's wrong, my friend?
Okay.
I said we have tried all these people, they failed us.
Barrister, what if the person you're suggesting is the mistake does not campaign in 2027, but a different candidate is presented and seems to have the aura that a lot of people like? Will you campaign against the current political party?
Then if you mean if the person you are talking about,
if the person you are saying is a mistake does not contest in 2027, but the current political party in power right now produces a different candidate that has an aura that is likable.
No, they should not bring any other person. They have tried enough. Esther, they have tried enough. They should not bring anybody again. They have tried enough.
Barrister Darlington.
They should let our other
Barrister Darlington. People are free to vote for whom they prefer. So if you consider this person in this current administration a mistake, some people don't consider him a mistake. Some people feel that he's the right choice and is going to lead the country in the right direction. So we're not campaigning against anyone or campaigning for anybody. Nigerians are free to make their choice.
Good. All the people that have been talking down on people, what were they doing? What are they doing? No, you want me to come here and then talk like a good boy, so that
look, are you not a good boy?
I am not. I don't want to be. All the good people, they are in Atom Cemetery. That's where they are. They are not. They are nobody. No good man survives here. No good man survives here.
So something happened during the weekend. The APC primary elections in Lagos State. There was a protest during the weekend. They complained about imposition of candidates for the local government elections. A couple of them expressed their dissatisfaction with the conduct. And the APC has set up an appeal committee where all of those who are disgruntled or unhappy with how the primaries went will be able to submit their appeals. I want us to take a listen to another candidate who said that the primary is not credible, that President Tinubu is is her problem that he has been imposing on her since 2007, that she has been campaigning and that she lost her husband in the process. Let's just listen to her anyway in that.
Where an aspirant
Can you hear?
No.
Okay, that means something wrong with the cord. All right, let me place it on speaker.
We have 4 aspirants there. Contest cleared aspirants. Being the only female among them. You can imagine where an aspirant comes along with all the delegates. With all aspirants. One aspirant came with all delegates. How is that possible?
Are you alleged? No, it's a matter of fact.
That's what happened. I've been here as far as 7:38 a.m. this morning because we are asked to come for our delegate staff. And in which I got here, I called my party chairman. He's nowhere to be found. I've been calling for over 30, 40 times since day before yesterday. I'll show you all proof.
Okay, ma, what are you expecting from this process?
This process now, I'm challenging Asiwaju himself. The president, Mr. President, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is the one giving me all this headache. Asiwaju don't form me headache in my local government. Because the reason why I said that, being the only female in my local government, you can say this, I contested as the only female in 2007. In this happening, Asiwaju collected this for me when my name was removed. Till now, no compensation. I lost my husband during his second tenure. All compensate from Asiwaju is to impose on me whenever I contest. This is my 7th time of contesting.
Okay, ma. Okay, please, can you just tell us what you are expecting from the outcome of this?
The outcome of this, Asiwaju said, wherever there is a female, the female should be granted. This female should be selected. Now, being the only female in my local government, and this is not the first time of saying it. And at the end, another female name will appear. But now, Asiwaju should answer all my questions. The reason why it's giving me an headache.
So, Barrister Darlington, there you heard it in that particular regard about impositions since 2007, and then when it's time, they'll come and say someone else should take over, and she will wait for another turn. That it has been the constant way things are happening in Lagos. But they've set up an appeal. Why do you think that is the case?
Are you asking me this question?
Yeah. Why won't I ask you?
Look, when somebody has developed a particular character on how to get about his political career, and nobody has to call him to order, why do you think he will change overnight? Is that not what we have been seeing in Lagos State imposition? Is that not what we have been seeing? I told you here how the primaries happened that brought to Sanwo-Olu to contest the election in Lagos State. On the day of that primary, the National Working Committee came all the way from Abuja. They were in their hotel room. Those who came to observe the election, they were in their hotel room when the result was announced as early as 7 o'clock in the morning. They woke up and started asking what happened. They said no. Some people just made some noise here and there that no, they will do it again another. They told them that no, the elections are over. No more another primary. That one they did is okay. During the primary, Esther, I think it's only got 1.7 million votes or something. Then during the election proper, he won by 700,000. Look at primary election and proper election. Which is supposed to give you more votes? I'm talking of an election that the whole Lagos will come and vote. And you won with 700,000 votes. So What are you talking about?
Is it possible for INEC's reform to be fixed before the next electoral dispensation, general electoral dispensation?
Unfortunately, this all these things concern Lagos State. That's State Electoral Commission. They are the ones that take charge of this local government something.
I'm not just speaking of the local government, speaking generally of all the general elections, because if you have at the federal level, at the INEC quarter as a whole fixed, then obviously to transmit into other local angles of the elections being conducted.
No, as long as you do not favor them, there will be no reforms.
Are you sure?
Yeah, that reform, that election, that electoral act that gave them victory in the last election, they want to maintain it.
But the president just said now with the appointment of the INEC commissioners and code of conduct board nominees that he just recently swore in today, he told them to stand upright, that their uprightness is what is necessary.
Esther,
sir,
the first thing that a mafia godfather does is what? Deceit. That is the hallmark of a godfather.
How are you certain it's deceit?
Hold on. In the presence of everybody, they will tell you, you know, the godfather. He will reprimand his boys. Why did you do this? You know, I don't like it. You know how he speaks. Marlon Brandon. He would speak like, you know, the way godfather talk and all that. You think he meant what he said. The moment everybody disappeared, he will tell his henchman to go and do his duty. You already know what to do.
All right, Barrister Darlington, we need to take reaction. But before I do that, today is May 12. It commemorates the day that Deborah Samuel was killed, and the person who was with her when the unfortunate ordeal happened has been able to speak up. All right. She, according to her, she says whenever she closes her eye, she still sees Deborah Samuel. She said the last time she saw her alive, they were both locked up inside the school security post. She was in the inner room and that she was in the outer room. That she could see her and that they were both beaten because they were both afraid. That Deborah asked her what was the time, and she told her it was 11 a.m. She was meant to be writing her exams by 12 noon. All right, and that was on May 12, 2022. It was their second year at the Shehu Shagari College of Education in Sokoto. Deborah was studying home economics, and she was in her final year studying integrated science and biology. They came from the same village in Niger State. They were cousins, but they were more like sisters. She said Deborah told her that she wanted to be a police officer so she could end corruption in Nigeria. So according to her, she said that morning she was in her hostel room when someone banged on the door that they had beaten Deborah. Someone shouted. I ran to the campus to her hostel. Students had gathered around her. She pushed her way through screaming, "What is happening?" That the mob also turned on her. The mob beat both of them. They said she had blasphemed the Prophet Muhammad. She said she didn't hear Deborah say anything like that on her WhatsApp group, and she doesn't believe she ever did. The school security came, so did some policemen. They fired tear gas, but the mob pushed back. The officers could not control them. That they were both dragged to the security office by students and classmates of Deborah. She said it wasn't the police who arrested her. It wasn't the school authorities. It was her own classmates. They were the ones who brought her to the security room, saying she had committed blasphemy. Inside the security post, they locked them up. Deborah was in the back room and she was in the front room, and that she could see her through the bars. Deborah wasn't crying. She was quiet. She remembered looking straight at her and asking, "What time is it?" And she told her that it's 11. And she told her that she wants to pray. And Deborah said, "Okay, let them pray so they can come out alive." That several times the mob came back. At about 2 p.m. they overpowered the security. Some were shouting Allahu Akbar. Deborah was silent. The mob then found her first in the front room, thinking she was Deborah. That a man wrapped a chain around her neck and started strangling her, that she was frozen in fear. But by a miracle, a Muslim student from her home village walked in and saved her. He stood between her and the crowd and said, "Let this girl go. She isn't Deborah." She said if that school student hadn't done that, she would have been dead too, and that she didn't even know that what was going on at the time because she was already getting unconscious. The mob then went to the back room, pulled Deborah out. That she herself, because of the chain around her neck, she was nearly unconscious, but she heard screams. She could not see anything, but she saw the smoke and the fire. She smelt it. She felt the heat. Someone came into the outpost and told her that she should get out. That the people who killed her were her classmates. They were no strangers. The people she sat with in class, the people who greeted her before lectures, were the ones who dragged her out, beat her. The school authorities did not stop it. The police fired tear gas and left. They found out later that there were 15 policemen watching everything from a distance. They had rifles they didn't use. Afterwards, she couldn't go back to the school. She had to drop out after her final year. She didn't complete her final year. So the question is, in the spate of insecurity going on in the country and the unresolved case of Deborah Samuel, this witness who was there said that she heard they arrested the guys or some of the students, but they were later released and nobody has heard about the case. The case, no money to pursue the case. Everywhere is silent. Deborah is just gone. But up till now, she feels Deborah's death. Is justice selective in this country?
Esther, you took time to read all these things. Is it now when I mentioned it here, somebody will say, why are you always talking about it? Esther, please tell me, in the history of this country, have you had when anything of this sort happened within the Christian area of this country? I mean, have you had where Christians are doing this type of thing to a Muslim girl for whatever reason? And you know how many times they have insulted the Jesus Christ, insulted Christians and all that. Did you retaliate? Have I not told you here that what is fueling this insecurity is what? Religious, ethnic, and political sentiments. If you remove them, these things will be solved. Okay, look at the youths who are supposed to be in school. Look at what who told them this thing they are doing. Did they grow up with it? Somebody indoctrinated them and told them. And until today, has that thing stopped? No, it has continued. And these are the people that you want to build Nigeria with. Well, youth, small children, small boys and girls, at their age, they are taking delight in murdering an innocent girl for nothing. And you are telling me that the blood will not cry out. Look at it. Oh, by the way, is that the first time? Esther, is that the first time to say, this is the first time it's happening? This one is very strange to us. So, is that the first time? Has anybody from the north reacted against this? No. But when something happened at Uromi in Edo State, look at how all of them woke up. So these other Christians that have been killing all this year, they are not human beings. My dear, let them continue. God said that the battle is his own and justice vengeance belongs to him. That's the end of the matter. God said the battle is his own and vengeance belongs to him. And go and check, is God not fighting? Esther, is God not fighting? So leave the matter.
All right, ladies and gentlemen,
let them continue.
Let's get your reaction. You're currently listening to the Evening Rush. My name is Esther Wachko. The analyst for this evening is Barrister Darlington Agumore. You can call the WhatsApp number 0817-1756-338. The normal phone line is really not going through at this point in time, so I'd like you to call us on WhatsApp. Let's hear what you have to say. 0817-1756-338. 0817-1756-338. You can also send your messages there. Please, when you call, be as brief as possible. All right, it's very important so we can accept as many calls. Okay. Hello, good evening. How are you? Hello. Hello. Yes, I can hear you now. What's your name, please?
This is Remy from Akoka.
All right, Remy, please go ahead.
Greetings to Darlington. Good evening, sir.
Well done, my brother.
What happened to Deborah has been happening for years in this country.
Of course.
Let me take you back to even Sanusi Lamido.
Yes.
Historically.
Yes.
We all know the story.
Yes, Akaloka.
During Abacha's era. So it is not new. It's been happening for decades. And it will continue to happen as long as the government allows it to happen.
Exactly.
Simple as that. So long the government allows it to happen, it will continue to happen. We can shout, cry about it, but it will continue to happen so long the government allows it. Because ordinarily nobody is bigger than the government. Nobody should be bigger than the government. Nobody can overpower the government. If the government allows it to happen, it will happen. That's by the way. May God rest our soul. The case of Showere. Showere is the distraction. He's a sore loser. And from the look of things, just like as I questioned him on a particular platform, tell me one particular what was it called? Particular fault about Obi. One particular one whereby you can verify. He has none. All he keeps saying is he's one of them. There is none he can pin to Obi. From now till eternity, all of them have something. If Obi speaks, they will talk. If Obi sneezes, they will talk. So if Obi does not matter, they shouldn't be talking about Obi. Exactly. And lastly, Esther, you said Nigerians voted for Tinubu. It was the vote that made him the winner. I think that is incorrect. Yes.
When did I say so? I said some Nigerians voted for him now, and the vote counted now.
Who won Appeal State among the three? He said Nigerians voted for him.
So who is it Ghost that voted for him?
All because Yakubu declared someone to be now doesn't mean he won by the fact before us. We all know that. According to the IREV by the INEC, 1 out of these 3 won 13 states, and it wasn't Tinubu. So let us not spill what is not factual.
INEC said he won only, and people voted him.
History. Okay. We shouldn't rewrite history. 1 out of these 3 won 13 states. Tinubu was not even the winner of Rivers State. You and I know that. It is a fact. So why should you not say Nigeria? If you keep saying Nigeria voted, it was the vote that made him winner. That is incorrect. If it was like the vote, then
as you are saying it, according to Remy, all right. Thank you very much for calling. 0817-1756338.
Akpabio was allocated the vote.
Yeah, that one. The man is in jail. There's evidence to that one. Hello, Mr. Godfrey.
Somebody pursued it. Guinea. If not for Guinea, that man would have been working.
Mr. Godfrey, please go ahead. How are you, sir?
I'm good.
Good evening, sir. Thank you for calling.
Godfrey.
Yes, I can see that.
From yes.
All right. Go ahead, please.
How are you doing?
I'm fine. I'm okay, sir. Go ahead.
Okay. Please help me greet my man, Valentine. All right. So, let me start with the latest matter, the Abure issue. You didn't situate it properly.
I didn't situate it properly.
Reading out the the matter. The prosecution should be state prosecution of such matter. So it shouldn't be issue of there is no money to prosecute the matter. It should have been yes.
Okay.
That is what happens in such situation. But what did the government of Sokoto state do at that time? Tambuwa was the governor. He just kept mute on the matter. He didn't do anything. Now you have told us here the police, we are all watching.
Yes, they were there.
Like Darlington said, if it were to be in this part of the country, would it have been so? No. And everybody just left that poor girl to die like that today. I don't know what even MBA or authorities like MBA, civil society, what they can tell us that they did concerning that matter today. Nobody. So then coming to the issue of P2B and Sowore, I will advise, please. I have sent a message earlier. I will advise that please, you people that interview such characters like Sowore, when like the person who was interviewing us, he are playing it out. When he is being interviewed and he was saying this, I'm making it look as if it's a standard that for P2B to become a president, that he must be a madman on the street, a protester. That Tinubu protested and became president. Does he qualify? Did Obasanjo protest before he became president? Did Yar'Adua protest before he became president? No. Did Jonathan protest before he became president? Did even the president of America, the very last 3 presidents, any of them, Obama, Biden, Joe Biden, and Trump, Did any lead any contest for Sowore to make it look like as if it's a standard? For me, it's madness.
Exactly.
So the interviewer should have been correcting. Rather, he was laughing and flowing with him.
Exactly.
You people who interview these people, these characters, should always point them to order.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Godfrey. We need to take more calls. All right, thank you. 0817-1756-338. That's the number to call. I'm so sorry because we're at time. We're short of time. So please, when you call, just go straight to what you want to say. Okay? 0817-1756-338. Hello, good evening. How are you?
Hello, good evening.
Yes, good evening, sir. Welcome.
Yeah, well, so the name is Ugo, calling from Ajegule.
All right, Ugo, please go ahead.
Okay, about 2-3 years ago, there was a particular case that came up on the news. I don't know if you people still remember it. A northerner went to a hotel to sleep with a prostitute, and after having sex with that lady, he paid the lady, and the lady, he now discovered that the lady now, the money he paid her, she now put it inside her Quran. That is to show that she's a Muslim. Because of the fact that this lady put that money into that Quran. I don't know if you still remember this case. So it was in Lagos here. It happened. That girl was burnt.
Exactly. It's true. It's true.
I don't know if you still remember that case. So that girl was burnt alive only because you came to a hotel to sleep with somebody and she carried the money so that it will not lose. She filed it inside Quran. You burnt that girl alive. In this Lagos, it happened here in this Lagos. That news trended about 2-3 years ago. Me, what I will tell the northerners is that I will still tell them yesterday, tomorrow, every day, you people are only deceiving yourself. If you claim to love yourself so much, then let there be development in your area. All this one you are doing, all this so-called love, I don't see anything at them. Let there be peace in your area. Let there be hospital. Let there be education in your area. All these your politicians are only using you. All northerners are listening to me. Let you people hear it. Politicians are only using you people. If you love yourself as you claim to love yourself, let there be development in the north. It is not that one Alaji will have money, Alaji will now feed 100 people. That one is not development. Let there be development in the north. It is not only in Lagos that there will be development. Let there be development in the north. So it is only election time they will use you people. Concerning Sowore, please, I don't know who is Sowore media advisor. Sowore media, I don't know Sowore, I don't know Peter Obi, not to concern me and all those ones. What I will advise Sowore is, what I will advise Sowore is, Oga Sowore, all those videos that I used to watch online, I don't know if I'm the only one watching it though, where police people will stop you and you will start shouting with police, or EFCC will stop you, you start shouting at EFCC. If that is your pattern of fighting for freedom, sir, you are just looking like you are acting like a tout. I don't know what you are doing. They will tell you, police will tell you, do not follow this road. You will start arguing with police, I must follow this road. If that is your pattern of fighting for freedom, I don't know who you are fighting for. Thank you, Mr. Darlington. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, my dear.
All right, thank you very much for calling. All right. Hello, good evening. How are you? Hello?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. How are you, sir? Can you turn down the volume of your radio? Hello?
All right.
Hello? Please call back. Turn down the volume of your radio, okay? So that we can hear you very well when you call. It's very important, okay? Hello? Hello? Hello, good evening. How are you?
Hello, good evening.
Yes, good evening. Please, what's your name?
Yeah, Louis from New York.
Okay, from New York.
Okay,
please go ahead.
Okay, thank you for giving me the opportunity. Okay, yeah. I want to say this. I've listened to you so many times. I just started calling last week.
All right.
Okay, I want to ask the barrister. Even barrister, I've listened to him on other radio stations. So I want him to tell the Nigerians in Nigeria, all over the world, how Obi won that election in 2023. I want to know, because which state you think Obi won that he was rigged out? Because I'm not a Sowore. I'm a Sowore supporter. I'm not Tinubu surrogate. But I don't believe, like I told last week, I don't believe in Nigerian politics. Anybody who has been PDP, APC, what about SDP? To me, they're all the same thing. So, but I don't want to believe the reason why the mistake Nigeria made in 2015. Oh, Buhari was the man. Buhari was been running for how many times until he joined a Tinubu group. And when I saw this man, to me, I discovered that this man is not serious. For you to leave your party and join Tinubu group shows that you are not serious. The same thing with Obi. But I want to give him the chance now, please, to tell us which states do you think Obi won? Because I don't believe three of them won the 12 states each, right? I don't believe Obi won. The person who won was the highest bidder who spent more money. Okay, that was how Tinubu won. Okay. And I want you to tell us now, which state do you think? Okay, Obi won Lagos in the west, the southwest. Okay, so where other states do you think he won? And I believe that Obi won River State too. I believe Obi won River State. So tell us, which other state do you think Obi won that INEC reached in favor? I mean, in favor of Tinubu, that you think Obi should have carried. Because I don't know why everybody's Obi. Obi was in PDP for 16 years when he messed up Nigeria for 16 years. How is it going to be the changer now? I don't understand. I don't understand. So please.
You're on the same line of thought as Shewore, right?
Listen.
All right. Okay.
Obi was not with PDP for 16 years.
All right, thank you, me.
Look at the state Obi governed for 8 years in Anambra. Look at that state. I was thinking you are going to situate this in properly. Tell us how Obi performed in Anambra.
No, he's asking you that if you feel that Peter Obi was rigged. Okay, can you mention the states that Peter Obi won that he rigged, that they rigged him out? Hello, turn down the volume of your radio, please. I can hear you.
Hello.
I can hear you.
Hello, yeah.
What is your name? What is your name?
Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
I can hear you. Obviously, you can't hear us. What's your name?
My name is Wale. I'm calling from Solere.
All right, Wale.
Just like the last caller that called, that was asking by Mr. Darlington. You should give us the reason why they always mention that Obi win. Because I don't see the reason why we have first, we have second, we have third. Now, if the first person was doing Ojoro, the second person does he do Ojoro as well?
Listen. I don't want to go far.
My point. Hold on. Maybe a posting that compulsory that people have to vote for Obi. Why do you have to say that this is a radio station? It's not for him to be saying that kind of word.
True talk. Yes.
I was able to counter that. You helped me counter that.
I am not a big candidate. I am not anybody I want to vote for.
Okay.
This is a radio station. Why will you be saying that?
I heard you. I countered it and I said anyone is free to vote whom they want to vote for.
As I talk to you now, campaign have started for Tinubu all over Nigeria. Why is this so? Our campaign kicked off. The answer is no. The man that is talking, tell me how number 4 became number 1 in Imo State. Talk now. You want to join issues with me, Abi?
No, but he's asking you that
Hold on.
Wait, let's respond to the questions they're asking. Let's not deviate because of time. Okay. He's saying that if you say Peter Obi was rigged out from the 2023 elections, right, based on figures or whatever, how was he rigged out? If you say he won, are you saying he superseded the PDP?
Hold on, I'm coming.
Okay, sir.
Esther, the 56,000 polling units that gave Tinubu victory according to INEC. The Electoral Act says that you should upload it, polling unit by polling unit after the election, so that people will see. Up till today, have we seen them?
But
why is it hidden?
That's what Arabambi was saying, that the party agents have scorned.
It doesn't matter. No, don't say that. It doesn't matter. It doesn't stop INEC from publishing them because they have the record. That was how they gave Tinubu victory now. How did that come with it? Yet you counted it in favor of. Didn't you hear when Kenneth Okonkwo was saying it? Or was I the one? No, you didn't hear it.
Okay, Pastor Darlington has answered you.
Yes, all those things. Let them bring it out. Let INEC chairman bring it out. Let us see.
Hey, turn down the volume of your radio.
You by please, how to Tinubu won. Let them bring it out.
Good evening.
Yes, good evening. How are you? What's your name, please?
This is ACN from Amwadafi. Good evening, Esther.
Good evening, sir. How are you, sir?
ACN.
Very well, and good evening to Mr. Darlington, the honorable Nigeria. Esther. Esther.
ACN, we are here.
Hello, my sister Esther.
I can hear you.
I didn't take permission from Tinubu.
Esther.
Sir. Sorry.
You see,
Barrister Darlington.
My brother.
I don't know why people will put sand in Gary and ask Barrister Darlington to begin to pick the Gary. How is that possible?
I wonder. Facts are circulating.
Esther, my sister, on a serious side, I got very emotional when you were reading out what happened to what's the name of the
Deborah Samuel,
the young woman. Yes. Honestly, it is a very painful situation, and we may come to the radio and talk about it as if it is just one of those things, but that is a precious life created by the Almighty God that was just wasted that way. And that tells you the kind of country we are in. And now, coming to Peter Obi, Esther, I want to start on the issue of Peter Obi. I want to start with a question. Please permit me. Have you seen where somebody supposedly lost an election in Nigeria? Yet after 2 years of that election, he's still the most talked about politician.
I'm telling you.
And possibly the most popular politician in the country.
I'm telling you.
Have you asked yourself why is it so? Somebody that supposedly lost an election, but no other politician can do without talking about him. Nearly after 2 years of that election.
I wonder.
That is number one. Number two, do you know what it will mean for Obi if this man has any corruption baggage on his back? By now, the man would have been crucified.
Yes.
I am telling you.
It's a fact.
With all these challenges coming from left to right, front, back, and center, you would see that this man is a man that is full of integrity and credibility.
Yes.
And they know it.
They know.
Everybody knows it.
Yes.
Since you started this program, today, tomorrow, even next year, if you count the numbers of people that will call the station, 99 of them is going to talk about P2B. Why is this so?
I wonder.
Have you asked yourself that question? That is not, it is not a child play. And just like you are struggling to understand what Barrister Darlington was saying, it is not because P2B is from the southeast. It is about capacity and capability. I can tell you, I can even name that if you bring somebody from southeast, somebody like Julius or Kalu today, and bring another person from the north, you'll be surprised that the people of the southeasterners are going to support somebody from the north against their own brother.
Yes.
So the whole people you see supporting P2B, it's not because of where he comes from.
Exactly.
It's about the integrity of the man.
Exactly.
It's about the capacity. It's about his credibility. Yes. And these things are not political. They are things that are real.
All right, thank
you. The man is not a pretender.
Thank you. Thank you.
The man is not a pretender, my sister.
Thank
I wish I have one more minute to speak.
There is no time, please. Thank you so much. Good night.
You are doing a very wonderful job.
Thank you very much. Thank you, ACN. Thank you for calling. ACN, the button no one come off. ACN. All right, thank you for calling. Okay, so I would like to read a few messages right now. All right. Okay. So here is it. I'll start from YouTube. This is from Emeka Nweke. Emeka Nweke says, and I read from YouTube. I'm starting from YouTube. So if you're on YouTube, you can join me. I'm just going to take a few messages. Okay. Emeka Nweke says, SN1 Wike is a liability. All right. Emmanuel Shure's biggest problem is jealousy and hatred. He really lacked ideology and leadership qualities. Peter Obi is not in power, but he keeps attacking him. He believes masses' love for Obi should be for him. Chilpas Shure don't have the balls to go to his state and contest. I smell jealousy. Emeka says Omoyele Shure is working for the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Abidin Adeyemo, Barrister Darlington, you should also go to your village and contest for local government election before I can take you to serious.
Am I contesting election?
Somebody responded and said Adeyemo, but he isn't a politician. That's a real TV. Akimbola Olushe, Barrister Darlington, check your BPO. I don't tell him to. Michael Tinubu to resolve Labour Party issues. Oh yes, that I was very shocked when they were calling on the president to come and help them resolve the issues within the Labour Party because of Alex Oti's statement. Okay, this person says, okay, Abidin says, Barrister Darlington is a card-carrying member of PDP Labour Party.
PDP Labour Party.
Real TV says, Adeyemo, you are wrong. He isn't a card carrier of any party. It's between these people and Abidin says, what does religion have to do with or something? Akimbola, anyone for Peter Obi is either PDP or Labour Party by people like you. Jovi Ekunife, and you easily provoke Barrister Darlington with your ignorance. And Jovi Ekunife. Okay, Bayo Fabi Shore also stated that Buhari and Tinubu have led a protest in the past. Lionheart, don't invite Shore to your studio. You may not like the reactions of your audience. I want to understand what exactly is the issue, why you are not speaking in tandem as an opposition rather than speaking against the opposition. Abidin says, whenever Shore attacks those in power, he praises him. Now Shore is questioning Peter Obi's character. Barrister Darlington is looking the other way. What a shame. This Abidin, get your time to deal. Sorry, Anthony GPS. The truth is that Shore is working for Tinubu. Joseph Ibewike. Shore is an Joseph, calm down. All right, chill power Barrister. APC has already won 2027. I don't think so. I don't want to believe that. When you go to the polling unit on the 27th, I don't know when, in 2027, go cast your votes. Your vote will make a difference. Okay, don't let anybody put any fear in you. It's not possible. So everybody should go vote when it is time. Large UI Esther, take it easy. Okay, thank you very much. Kayode says, Mr. Man, you can't force your choice on people. All right. Kayode says, Barrister, please, this is democracy. Allow us to make our choice. He was referring to when you were saying that people should not make the mistake you made in 2023.
Because Abadin will ask me whether I have made suggestion. I'm making suggestion now. I'm making it now. Don't come to yourself and say, why did you make another mistake? Okay. I'm telling you now. That's my own suggestion. I think we're done with YouTube. Let's go into WhatsApp. All the shouts we are shouting doesn't hold water. Didn't we see the state of emergency coming? Now state of emergency is here and we have no solution. But just to make noise, if we know that we didn't have what it takes to fight Wike and Tinubu, then why did we allow him to start the fight? You didn't put your name, be writing your name. Good evening, our ever articulate moderator and distinguished Barrister Darlington. It's obvious that the suspended governor was truly a Democrat, and it is unfortunate that he has the people like Wike around him. One thing is certain, Wike will reap the fruit of his labor. Akintunde Habib from Oshodi, Lagos. Esther, I just remembered Atiku Abubakar's tweet concerning Deborah that was stoned to death in the north. He supported the killers for religious sake, then withdrew and even denied the tweet when he saw the public outcry. His hidden bigotry was exposed. Some popular politicians should just be discarded by Nigerian electorates. Chidu from Ogun State. I remember too, he tweeted against that dastardly act, but they came against him, especially those from that particular religion. I strongly disagree with Barrister Darlington's submissions. Governor Fubara's actions suggest he's been misled by self-serving politicians and lawyers, including yourself. All right, okay. As the saying goes, those who sup with the devil should expect consequences, and that's precisely what Fubara is facing. Abidin from Bagada, Abidin from YouTube to WhatsApp. Good evening, Esther. Sure, had 5,000 votes during the 2023 elections, while Peter Obi had 6.7 million votes. Sure, didn't win his polling unit. Sure, has no locals to talk about Peter Obi that way. Shegu from Alabadu. Good evening, Esther. Good evening to you too, and Barrister Darlington. I think Peter Obi asked his spokespersons not to respond or do it more politely, because obedience have been defending Peter Obi and firing back to senders left, right and center at his attackers. Sure, never sued government when people were killed because of the useless protests he organized. As for Wike, let him keep climbing higher. His fall will be loud. Okay, from Chief Udo. Good evening, Esther. President of VP family. Sure was the greatest weapon President Tinubu and APC used to blackmail and defeat Jonathan. I guess Sure is a Christian, and if so, how come he did not get the same support or vote Peter Obi got, despite all his noise and his popularity? Sure seems not to be thinking. He contested the same election will be contested, but Sure did not get up to 500,000 votes, while Obi cruised with alleged 6 million votes, despite Wike factor in River State and Yakubu's glitch. Sure talks before thinking. May God save our land. Amici from Mafuluku. All right. Good evening, Esther Machu and Barrister Darlington. I'll be the last person to take that activist serious that is calling himself presidential candidate of a known party. I'd like Peter Obi to call Barrister Darlington as his spokesperson. I swear that man knows history. KK Gold from Mafuluku Oshodi. Sure is funny. Peter Obi should organize protests. Tomorrow they would call it an Igbo protest. Please, he should keep
Keep quiet. Olisa from Agboju. Good evening, Esther and Darlington. Babiji from Ushidi saying that mouth no go pain us for always trying to speak the truth to power. Esther, please, with due respect, Wike should be ashamed of himself for being among those destroying Nigeria's democracy. He talked about peace. Please, did Wike ever make any peace with any of his predecessor and the previous former River State governors? Why is he troubleshooting and troublemaking with Fubara using presidential governmental power and might at the detriment of your own state and people? Shame on him. As for Shorore, why is he always attacking Peter Obi alone? What about Atiku? Didn't he contest alongside with Obi, Atiku and Tinubu Kwankwaso during the 2023 elections? I beg he should first go to his state contest and at least win governorship election first before he talks. Exactly. All right. Exactly. Good evening. Good evening, Barrister Darlington. Please, why do you need to invite Shorore to VOP? Shorore is a Tinubu agent. This is still clear. He's doing the dirty job. You guys are calming down. You're calming down. Good evening, Esther and Barrister Darlington. I want to greet you. You're an intelligent man. I'm always enjoying your analysis. Esther from Ikontu. Namesake. Esther, stop dwelling so much. He's an attention seeker politician. Sure, he's an attention seeker politician. You're making him achieve his aim by the continued hammering on issues he's brandishing in media space. All right. Thank you very much. Okay. Well, these are the stories that are trending, so we talk about it. So even if you don't like it, we will talk about it because these are the hot topics that took the media waves today. Okay. Showara used his falsehood to destroy Goodluck Jonathan's administration. He apologized for his hatchet chops. He's up again. Kingsley from Surulere. Exactly. Before Buhari won election in 2015, him and Tinubu were great activists from the opposition. But what have we been saying since they took power? So Showara should rest. My ideal candidate for a better government in Nigeria is Oshibajo as president than Obi as vice. As for Abure Labour, he's been sponsored by Tinubu just as Wike is sponsored to destabilize PDP. Ororo from Ayobon. All right. Good evening, Esther. Good evening, Barrister Darlington. First, fool no be fool. Second, fool not proper foolish. K.O. Mbadiwe, 1983. Palm Wine Palace is my name. Oh wow. All right, ladies and gentlemen, while we do all our talk about what's going on in the polity and every aspect that makes human life worth existing in this country, we also try to implore you to invest. And one of the reasons why we have Cheetah's Homes right here in the studio. Cheetah's Homes, good evening. Thank you for joining us today.
All right, good evening, Esther. Thank you for having me tonight.
You're welcome.
Okay, so once again, my name is Victor from Kudos Homes Limited, and I'm here to discuss property investment. So Kudos Home is offering a wonderful promo at the moment. So everybody out there that has been thinking to own a plot of land and they don't know how to go about it, and they have been saving money to get a plot of land, so Kudos Home is having our Easter extension promo now, where you can own a plot of land with just 950,000 naira. Now, our estate that is known as Kudos Heritage, that is located in Umuketu Ekpe, that was selling for 2.5 million naira initially. In fact, the actual price of the estate is 2.5 million naira, but as of today, we are still running our promo, and you can get it with just 950,000 naira. 950,000 naira. So what are you waiting for? We also have other estates. We have Kudos Height, that is also located in Umuketu Ekpe. Now Kudos Height is going for 4.5 million naira per plot, and we also have Kudos City, that is located in Agbowa Ikorodu. Now Kudos City is going for just 1.5 million naira per plot, but with 950,000 you will get Kudos Heritage, which is actually selling for 2.5 million, but within this promo you can get it for just 950,000 naira. Now the phone number to call is 090 5904 7514 0905 904 7514. Now we have also in Delta State, we have Kudos Height, which is located in Ibuzo main town, and is very close to the Asaba International Airport, and is also close to the first and second Niger Bridge. Now Kudos Height is selling for just 1.5 million naira. And we also have Fairview Estate Phase 2. Fairview Estate Phase 2 is also located in Ibuzo main town in Asaba, and Fairview Estate Phase 2 is going for just 2.5 million naira per plot. And we have Kudos Court. Kudos Court is also located in Ibuzo, and Kudos Court is currently selling for just 4.5 million naira. Now, the good thing about Kudos Court is that Kudos Court is a buy and build estate. It means that when you buy it today, you can start building tomorrow. Now, the number again to call is 0905 904 7514. 0905 904 7514. Now we go for inspection every Thursdays and Saturday here in Lagos, so it is good to see this property before investing in it. So we are taking everyone that is interested in investing on a free inspection trip. So we go every Thursdays and Saturday, and in Enugu and Delta State we go for inspection every day excluding on Sunday. So we go on Monday down to Saturday excluding on Sunday. Don't forget, if you have been waiting to own a plot of land, this is an opportunity for you. You can get Kudos Heritage that is currently selling for 2.5 million naira. You can now get it for just 950,000 naira. Now it's a perfectly dry land. There will be no omonile wahala, and there will be no problem with the government. In fact, it's a freehold. You will not have any problem because it's not a government acquisition land. Now, if you are asking of our office address, our office is located at 171 Egbeda Idimo Road, Abule Odu bus stop, Egbeda, Lagos. You can get us on all social media platforms. We are at Instagram and we are on Facebook at Kudos Homes Limited, and our website is www.kudoshomesLimited.com. Now, once again, the phone number to call is 0905 904 7514. 0905 904 7514. So with Kudos Homes Limited, we want to help you actualize your dream home.
All right, thank you very much, Kudos Home, for coming in today and giving us that insight.
Exactly.
Oh, wow. Ladies and gentlemen, your message is plenty. Oh, God, Barrister Darlington, like, yo, you guys, I'm so sorry. I can't take your calls and I can't take your messages, but I can take one more message rather, and Barrister Darlington will wrap up. Abidin, a younger brother to Reno and Osifo, cry on, you will get appointment soon. Well, Peter Obi is a threat and will remain one to people of questionable characters. Only a ripened mango attracts stones. It's clear there's something shady about Shore in this government. Time will reveal it. I beg you, fit invite Shore, making confess at Darlington, Mr. Darlington, make him melt like Mr. Tucci. Thank you very much for the compliment. Don't worry, we're working on it, because to be honest with you, we really want to hear precisely what Omoyele Shore has to say about all of those criticisms you guys are giving to him. I want to hear from him his objective purview. Why this thing on Peter Obi and his supporters? What exactly is the issue he thinks Peter Obi is not addressing, or why he doesn't consider him an opposition worth it? This person says, how much you refuse to pick my 26 calls on WhatsApp. It's not personal. I pick randomly. The calls are so many. I'm so sorry. All right. Please, I apologize. Don't worry. We'll continue tomorrow. I promise to start reading messages and calls as early as possible so we can get most of your reactions. I sincerely do apologize. Barrister Darlington, what's your final take on the conversation this evening?
My final take, because I don't want tomorrow somebody will, all the while you are talking, what is the result? That is the only thing I owe you. When Jesus Christ came here, he didn't give anybody money, but he gave you words of wisdom. If you like, use it. If you like, don't use it. But don't complain, no. Don't complain. That's what I'm saying here. We have told you all you need to do. If you fail to do it, then don't complain and call me names later. Good night.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Esther Wachuku, ESTIQMEDIA. Here on YouTube, across Facebook is at Esther Wachuku, on X as well. So make sure you have yourself a wonderful evening. Bye for now. See you tomorrow.